Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading. Take what works for you and leave the rest. All parts may not resonate with you. I already shuffled before, but I'm going to cut the cards and begin with the underlying energy for this reading. The underlying energy is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is talking about a blessing coming in from the traditional structure. So generally this means some sort of judgment from the spiritual level coming down to the physical level on earth. And his right hand is in the form of a blessing. So whatever the word of the Hierophant is, it is describing an authority figure, someone like that's very high up, a Supreme Court judge, someone that's a prosecutor. It could also be someone that's very high up in the in a religion, such as a pope or that kind of energy. And we'll start with that. That's the underlying energy. So there's some justice coming in for the star. So the star represents the energy of you, if this is you, having one foot in the universal waters. This is the pool of energy that comes from the universe, and gathering that energy up and from the universe and putting your own special unique qualities into that, and then bringing that and pouring that onto planet Earth. And so this is talking about that you came from the heavens and you're born to shine from the day you were born kind of energy, and that you have your own unique special qualities that are desirable and needed on the planet Earth at this time. We have the Knight of Swords coming in. So the Knight of Swords, the knights would work for the king and the queen. In the old days, they would be delivering messages far and wide. You remember there was we didn't have the kind of communication skills that we have now. So everything would be by on foot or by horse and delivered personally, and then wait for the answer and take it back kind of energy. These days, this communication could be coming in many ways and much more quickly, clearly. And that is it could be through the mail, it could be an email, phone call, text message. It could be a social media post. It could actually be some idea that you have, because the sword does represent your mental intelligence and your mind. And what we do notice here is that this knight is rushing in. And so sometimes it says, fools rush in. We also can't see the point of his sword, so he may not have the whole information that he's bringing in. His horse is even stressed out. They both look like they're in a real, this is an emergency. We have to get this information. And they're facing the star energy. So let's see what this is about. We have the give and take of pentacles. So this is regarding, this card represents, hey, it's time to sow some seeds and then you'll be able to reap the harvest down the road. This is talking about learning the art of discernment and give and take. So you'll notice this person has 6 pentacles here, and they are giving this person money, but they are not giving this person their pentacles. And so this can represent coin. Money is one energy of that, but it also represents, the pentacles represent your, what are you investing your energy in? How are you investing your energy? Who are you investing with? That kind of energy. And you notice he has the scales on above this person's head, and in this person's pocket there already is something. So he's like, no, you're not receiving anything from me. You have more than enough already. This person is the one that actually does need it. So this is talking about the give and take in life, and the give and take of your time, your money, and your energy. And also, how much do you pay people that are working for you, and how much do how much do you expect to get in return? That kind of energy. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is ultimate fulfillment. Ultimate fulfillment is talking about, there's 10 cups of love here. And now this quite often represents, the cups often represent romantic love, but they can also represent what you love to do, what you love to be, that kind of energy. And it doesn't have to be a romantic part there only. So there's 10 cups here, and that's the ultimate that you can get. The Ten of Cups is talking like you love you love yourself, you love your partner, you love your children, you love where you live, you love your career, you love how you love your neighbors, you love the country you're in. You just love, love, love. This is the ultimate fulfillment, the best that you can ever have of everything on planet Earth. And destiny is here. So this is saying, hey, it's time. The Wheel of Fortune is actually 3 wheels turning in synchronicity with each other. So this represents the past, the present, and the future all coming together as one. This energy is talking about it's your time. This quite often means you're on your destined path. And it's saying here above these two that the seeds that you've sown, what you have sown is going to bring you great happiness in every way of life. So this means you're doing, if this is representing also, of course, money. So whatever you're doing to make your money, you love to do it. And so it makes it really enjoyable to work every day. And it's also talking about if this is in the past, like you've already sown these seeds and the harvest is getting ready to come, that would be or this is the present where you already have the harvest, or into the future and you're just thinking about sowing these seeds now. Sow those seeds. Whatever that is, that idea maybe that's come rushing into you. Because this can be, I remember, in the form of idea, and we can't see the point. So maybe this is talking about you having an idea. You don't have it fully rounded yet, but you want to plant the seeds for it, like start doing that. And because you feel like it's a great idea. And it's just, it won't, it won't leave you alone. It's something like, I've got to do this kind of energy. And then look at that. This is the Knight of Cups coming in. And look at the 2 different energies here. The Knight of Cups is not in a hurry. The Nine of Cups knows this cup of love is going to work. And again, this quite often, the Knight of Cups represents, your knight in shining armor that you read about in romance novels and you see in the movies. Very well dressed, well put together, charming. Real, and even his horse has class. Look at his, there's no having to rein this horse in or urge it on. It's actually waiting for the rider, for the knight to direct it what to do next. It's looking back at him as if, okay, I'm, whatever your will, I trust you, knight. That's the kind of energy. And so, and he's delivering a cup of love. Now is going to, this energy here, it's saying that idea that you have is going to be very lucrative as well as satisfying for you. And it's going to be something that you love. And it also may have to do with your destined partner. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, and there's the passion coming in as well. So the Page of Wands. The pages would work for the king and queen in the court, and starting around the age of 7 to 14. And they would, do small tasks around the palace, delivering messages within the palace walls and, learning the ropes as they go. And if they really were good at what they did, and by the time they were 21, they could afford a horse, they would be considered for knighthood. So this is like a younger version of the knights. And the Page of Wands, his element is this wand of fire. Now this is made out of wood. The wood represents that it's from a tree. that has deep roots that go back to the ancestors, and it also has offshoots which represent descendants. So he's really got his eye on this wand. He loves his wand. This is the Page of Wands. He's enthusiastic. He's got a feather in his cap. He's also bringing in communication, and this communication is following the communication from the energy of the Knight of Cups, and the destiny of this. So I feel the Page of Wands is usually it's something about exciting news and like enthusiastic, and perhaps that means that the Knight of Cups has delivered a proposal, and the person he has proposed to has accepted his proposal. Now, if you're like, oh, I already have my partner, I'm not proposing to someone else, congratulations. It could mean that it's a new, a time of passion in your relationship, that whatever that the seeds that you have sown maybe together, the happiness they have created is going to even be multiplied even more. This is saying there's a lot of good fortune happening here. And then we have the walking away after putting 8 cups in. So this energy, it's right above this energy of being in a hurry. So this could represent, sometimes this card means that you're walking away from something that you've put a lot of work into. And sometimes it means that you've got your cups lined up perfectly, and maybe now you're going to add another cup or two to this energy, this other cup of love, and fulfill your destiny. So this could be about regarding the proposal. So that either this person is walking upstream to add to these 2 cups, or they've decided to leave these cups behind and go after the 2 cups that they really want. So that just take that however that works for you. We're talking about releasing on we have the full moon and the new moon in the background. So this is talking about knowing when and what to release, as well as like give and take, and when to start something new. And that's the new moon. So this reading is about the star being able to have an idea and know how much to invest in it and who to invest with to have this ultimate happiness. And they feel like this is going to fulfill their destiny. And they've asked someone, offered a cup of love to someone, that it looks like that person has returned that cup with passion. So it's talking about adding these 2 cups of love to what's already existing. So I feel like this is, yes, the person you proposed to has said yes, or if you were proposed to, you said yes. And yeah, and then we have fulfillment. So this is the marriage card. This is talking about the beginning of this ultimate fulfillment. Awesome energy. So this is saying, this is the official marriage card basically in the tarot. This is saying that you've gone through the portal. This represents an 1111 portal. The 1111 portal is a portal of energy that the universe uses through synchronicity, just very similar as to in these readings here that I'm doing. And this is talking about all of a sudden you'll look up and you'll say, oh, it's 11:11. And then, and then you look again a couple hours later, oh, it's 1:11. And then you're like, oh, I've got to go pick that package up. I've got to go check what the address of the store is. Oh, it's 1111 11th Avenue. Oh, that's weird. And then you're driving there and the car in front of you turns off really quickly, and the license plate is 111. And so this is the energy, like you'll just keep seeing it everywhere you go. And what it is it's the universe saying to you, you are manifesting at a very, very high level, something new. And you really need to make sure that what you're thinking about is very much geared towards what you want. And make sure you're not thinking about what you don't want, because whatever you're thinking about is what you're manifesting at this time. So keep that in mind, that kind of energy. This card is also saying that you're well on your way. Like you had the down payment for your castle, which requires a lot of good energy. You've put enough work into it to be able to afford the down payment. You're still going to need to make the payments. So keep your energy moving in this, and keep your, to manifest to this level now, and to have this full blessing coming in, that you're being rewarded for being on your path. So stay on your destined path, the one that you were put on the planet to do. And this energy is talking about the energy of someone looking at, okay, I had put 6 pentacles of energy into something, and now I only had this 1 pentacle. And it's saying that you were looking back and you're like, was that worth the work? Or should I have walked away from it and just gone after these last 2 cups instead? And I feel like it depends on your position. This can mean that you put a lot of work into something, and then this idea that you had, you decided to implement it, and you decided to put everything that you earned into this idea and sow those seeds, and it's worked out really well. Or it could be like you were really disappointed in how something turned out in the past, so you walked away from it, and you're focused now just on this and bringing this great idea you had that you have is going to work out. So it depends, past, present, future, how it works for you. Either way, it's good news. You're in a really good position here. This is talking about, okay, that you are a star, you were born to shine. You have a lot of enthusiasm for this project that you thought of. This is like you're willing to walk away and take all the energy that you have from everything else you've done for this project. And this also is talking about, these are cups of love here. So it's talking about, you may have met someone that finally you're willing to put all your energy into this. You're ready to settle down and get married. And this, you feel, is the partner for you on your destined path that's going to bring you ultimate happiness. That's the Hierophant there, and you deserve it. The universe is saying you've been you've put the work in, and you deserve to have this awesome gift from the universe. Basically, the gift for staying, true to yourself. Sometimes it's hard to walk away from something that we put a lot of work into and start something new. But when you're walking away from something that you put a lot of work into, and that this other idea is just like, that's what you love to do. I really want to do this. And you take all the energy of the work that you put into it before. You're actually not starting from scratch. You're using everything you've learned to pour into this other idea. So it's going to manifest much more quickly. Really awesome energy. I'm going to clarify this. If you're enjoying this, please give it a like and a comment. It really does help me to build my channel. And we will see. I resonate with this energy. What about you? I'm going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. I began this. This was a great idea, and I started it in 2007. And in 2020, I finished all the 64 paintings. I'm an artist. I had a lot of fun with it. It's great big dragons flying in from the sky from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. They're coming from the future with good vibes and energy of, knowledge from the future. So I'm working on bringing this out now, and I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. Sorry, as I'm talking, I'm tuning in as I'm talking here to get that. Oh, there we have it. This is the card that wants to come out. There's 2 actually. So in the description box below, I will put them cards from my oracle in the order that they appear here. And if you want to go to my website, it's Tales from the Vector, TAILS from thevector.com, and check the paintings out there and see if you resonate with them. So the card that wanted to jump out here is the Judgment card. So this is saying, yeah, like this, that's what the Hierophant does. They bring down God's will down to earth, basically. And so this blessing is saying that this has been ordained from above and that you deserve it. And this is talking about the fact that God is the only one who can really judge anyone other than yourself, you know, because God is the only one that knows each and every one in an intimate way, and that you definitely deserve to have this ultimate fulfillment. You have been diligently staying on your destined path, and this will just make your life so much easier. And then we have the Virgo energy coming in. So this is talking about having really strong communication. I'm getting with yourself and with the universe, like being able to use your intuition as well as your logic. This is talking about being able to contribute all your special quality and bring that down to earth. God, you know, each and every one of us is unique, and there is no one exactly like you. Just like snowflakes. Snowflakes, the one thing they have in common is they're all hexagons, but each one is totally unique, which is unbelievable when you think about how many there can be, right? And so you are just like that. You are not insignificant. You are an integral part of God's ultimate plan. Love it. And this is talking, again, watch how you speak to yourself, because the Virgo energy likes to, its cleanliness is next to godliness. We like things lined up perfectly. Sometimes they have a tendency, analytical critique is awesome. That's exactly, how you move forward. You keep tracking your progress and being analytical about it. What are your results? If your results are working for you, then double up on that. And if they're not, then do something else in a slightly different way. See how that works. But this can sometimes lead to anal criticism, which is when you're being really overly critical. And that usually with the Virgo energy starts with themselves and then it goes on from there. So there's a fine line between analytical critique and anal criticism. Draw the line. And then we have that energy of watch your thoughts, because quite often if you're in the 111 portal, you'll be like driving along and you know how you're in your automatic pilot. And you realize, when you see that, if you stop to think, what was I just thinking about? It might be something that you're worried about or that kind of energy. And that's why the universe interrupts that thought for you to say, hey, if you're on automatic pilot, you want to be on automatic pilot towards what you're wanting in your life. And so the father figures is talking about, you can turn princes into frogs rather than frogs into princes. So it's about having an optimistic attitude. And also the energy I feel is talking about how maybe when you were younger, how you were brought up to learn about money, because that usually has a very strong influence on our mind. And it's like, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for your money. So working hard for your money implies that maybe you don't enjoy it. And so it's better to work smart for your money. And if your dad taught you to work hard for your money, you can put a lot of energy into what you're doing. But it doesn't have to be hard. It can be work smart, like what this Virgo energy is saying here. There's a tactic here, dissension. Okay, so there may be some people when you had this amazing idea that are going to say, are you serious? You're not thinking about giving up that. And everything you've worked for to do this is never going to work. And that's, with friends like this, who needs enemies? I feel like that's just more like people, they could actually have very good intentions for you, but they can't see your good thought because it's original. And then when it turns out to be this ultimate fulfillment, then they're going to see it and they're going to go, what a great idea. That kind of, and don't, a lot of times people will get upset because they'll have an idea and then they don't do it and someone else did it. And you're not the only one getting this idea. You're the only one that's actually taking action on it. And so keep that in mind. Someone else at the same time might be getting the same idea, but they're not going to implement it in exactly the same way that you do. And then we have the lovers, yes. So this is about having total adoration for your partner. Like, just like, this is the perfect partner for me. This person was destined to be with me. And it just makes everything you're doing that much more fun and, more right up your alley kind of energy. A lot of passion and having a lot of fun being together and working together. And then we have the karmic space of pride. So yeah, it's talking about, again, this energy. Sometimes people will stop themselves from doing something because they're afraid that they're going to fail at it. So just recognize that 80% of success, first of all, is showing up. So, even take like a YouTube channel, for instance. Most people, a vast majority of people who say they're going to start a YouTube channel never do. And then it's something like, most people, I think they quit after posting, I think they said 5, where I read 5 videos, and it's like, oh, this is like too much. Because what you're doing is you're putting yourself out there in a very vulnerable position, putting yourself out to the public and to the internet where everyone and anyone can see you. And, you don't know what you're doing yet. So you're not, at the very top of your game probably. And with those first few videos, and it is very challenging. You have to really love what you're doing and really want to share it with other people to stick with it. I would agree with that for sure. Then we have the magician coming in. So this is entirely an energetic upgrade. I love this energy. I resonate with this for sure. Pick me. And then we have Leo. So this is again talking about becoming a leader, having the confidence to become a leader. And some people might interpret that as arrogance because, sometimes when we don't have, like in the position I just described, when we don't have the, total confidence that what we're doing, we haven't done it before, we're afraid maybe of failure. But when you think about it, like there's some people that never fail at anything. But if they're never failing at anything, it means they're not making themselves vulnerable enough to be able to fail at something. So, you're going to have some failures for sure. If you're doing something that's a real different, unique idea that no one's done before, but that's why you were born to lead. You're a star that was born to lead, that kind of energy. And then we have, I think that pretty much says it for this, because that talks about this being willing to risk it all, and this is an energy a lot of people just they'll play it safe sort of energy. So if you are resonating with this reading, this is time. It's time for you to do whatever this is for sure, and go with your heart and with your intuition and apply your logic to it to bring it into being. I've really enjoyed this reading. I hope you also have. Please do like and comment if you have. It really does help me build my channel. Consider subscribing, and I will be back with another random shift for you soon. Bye for now.